How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. NBA free agency madness. Shams destroying woes the first hour on Twitter. Lots of trades, lots of drama. Many players re-signed. To nobody's surprise, let's take a look at the winners and losers of the first few hours of free agency. Starting with the winners, the Chicago Bulls landing Lonzo Ball, who agreed to a 4-year $85 million deal with the Bulls, a perfect fit with backcourt mate Zach LaVine. Chicago sending in Thomas Satoransky, Garrett Temple, and a second. Bulls barely gave up anything. Remember, Lonzo's still just 23 years old, shown some promising signs last season, and didn't catch much of a break with the Lakers and Pelicans. Dysfunctional first season. LeBron didn't like the younger guys in year 2. Low ball by Magic Johnson. Improved his third year, and his three-point shooting shot 38% from deep last season. Alvin Gentry was on his way out, and Stan Van Gundy made no sense from the beginning with New Orleans. A playmaker, good defensive instincts. If LaVine improves on his shooting, no doubt Lonzo will be able to drain open threes, averaging nearly 15, 5, and 6 a season ago. Couldn't have the ball much because of Eric Bledsoe. Remember, many point guards like Steve Nash and Chauncey Billups at age 23 weren't even that good yet. Now alongside big man Nikola Vucevic, who can drain the three, averaged 21 and 11 in 26 games. Sol does not have to score too much, but allows his team to have a rhythm on offense. Chicago should be a low playoff seed next season. Another winner, former Lakers legend Alex Caruso, agreeing to a 4-year, $37 million deal. Great energy and hustle guy, a more athletic MacLeod, plays hard and gives plenty of effort. Very pesky, well-earned contract. Another winner, Dallas Mavericks, Tim Hardaway Jr., 4-year, $72 million to return to Dallas. The 29-year-old ended up being the most valuable piece in the Porzingis package, coming off averages of nearly 17 points a game. At nice, looked like the second best player on the team. A heat check guy at the prime of his career, more like a third and fourth option. At least Dallas didn't give him over $80 million. Should be plenty of room for other signings before Luka signs a massive deal. Winner, Chris Paul, agreed to stay with the Suns around 4 years. $120 million, will still be getting paid till he's 40, will be good for the next 2 years if Phoenix contends. But if the Suns don't win a title after 2023, might be a disaster. While I like the Cameron Payne signing, the Suns still the same team. The younger guy should improve more. Phoenix still in contention in the West, a team that will be slept on again. The Suns signing JaVale McGee as Ayton's backup for $5 million 1 season. Solid job, James Jones. Winner, Jimmy Butler, for cashing in big time money. 4 years, in excess of $184 million, insane deal for a borderline all-star player who will turn 32 before next season, making over $40 million in 2023, 44 and 24. By the time he's 35, $47 million and 36, $50 million. That's an absolute travesty for the Miami Heat. I consider them somewhat losers because Jimmy with his bad contract, because guys like CP and LeBron still excellent at 36, doesn't mean other star players will still be star players by that age. Also a winner, the Miami Heat culture, landing Kyle Lowry, who possessed toughness, draws his body around to draw fouls. A proven winner, also retaining Jimmy Butler at a high price and signing PJ Tucker to a 2-year, $15 million deal. Overpaid for all three in my opinion, but the work ethic and results on the court, we'll see from these scrappy guys the definition of a Pat Riley run franchise. The Los Angeles Lakers, winners, signing 3 important pieces in the rotation. Dwight Howard, Wayne Ellington, Trevor Ariza, coming back to the bubble champs. Dwight proving he can be a solid teammate when he gets his act together, will continue with those antics and frustrate his opponents. Still a big who can finish with lobs from Russ and LBJ. A 7 and 8 guy at this point, plays 18 minutes a game, has been healthy the last 2 seasons, will turn 36 in September. While Trevor Ariza, a very good signing too, 36 as well, averaged 9 a game for Miami Heat, started 27 of the 30 games, played 20 minutes a game, will knock down some threes, while Wayne Ellington played for the Pistons last season, also averaged over 9 a game, shot 42% from deep, will turn 34 in November. For sure, the Lakers will have the oldest roster by next season. Ellington actually played for the Lakers in the 2015 season. The right ingredients for 2 facilitators and ball-dominant players. Rob Pelinka doing great work for LA. Winner, Duncan Robinson, 5 years, $90 million with the Heat. Wow, oh wow, oh wow. The 27-year-old out of Williams College would have had 1 in a 50,000 chance to make the NBA playing D3 ball. A sharpshooter out of Michigan, undrafted, dreams become reality, proving how valuable shooters are today. Robinson, the type of guy to get buckets moving without the ball, very familiar with the Heat rotation, and a perfect place for him despite being underwhelming in the 2021 postseason, getting that Davis Bertans, Joe Harris type type money, Robinson will be in the prime of his career as a shooter, the largest ever deal for an undrafted player, an absolute winner making almost $100 million. Another winner for cashing in 9 figures, Jarrett Allen of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Averaged 13 and 10, a solid defender, despite playing on a bad team. The former 22nd pick, if you were to tell me Allen would be getting a $100 million contract after his rookie deal, very happy for him nonetheless. A true pro, a great guy. I can imagine him being on a contender in a few years from now if the Cavs franchise still can't figure things out. Kelly Olynyk to the Detroit Pistons, 3-year, $37 million. That's a solid signing for the Pistons franchise. Still 30 years old, played his best ball with the stinky Rockets last season. Averaged 19 and 8, stepped up for Miami during the playoffs. A great piece for Cade Cunningham, will be more than capable of draining threes. Kelly O attempted over 5 triples last season, a 10-point-a-game scorer for his career, and he's still got a few good years left. Also winner, the Dallas Mavericks for signing Reggie Bullock, 3 years, $30.5 million, average 11 a game on 41% from 3 with the Knicks. A good piece alongside Luka, a winner in my book. Another winner, Derrick Rose, who was close to being out of the league a few years ago, earned a 3-year deal worth $43 million. Couldn't be happier for him. Great effort, brings in tons of energy. Losers, I'm going with Utah Jazz, Mike Conley Jr. 3 years, $68 million to return to Utah. That's a lot of money for the soon-to-be 34-year-old who hasn't been fully healthy the last few seasons. Wasn't his full self against the Clippers. Part of the reason why they lost that series, despite playing like an all-star caliber player, health is his biggest concern. For an aging guard to make $22 million a year until he's 36, I believe that's too much for a small market franchise. Played just 47 games a season ago and somewhat underwhelming in the playoffs. I'm not too pleased with this signing. Loser, Jeff Green's agent, 2 years, $10 million. The guy's been getting the vet minimum for far too long now and still proving he's a vital player in the rotation for a playoff contender. Green will be missed in Brooklyn, but Nuggets an absolute winner, getting a strong athletic vet to play alongside Jokic. Green knows the game well inside out, can knock down threes and draw down slams. Will Barton, 2 years deal worth $32 million to resign with Denver, pretty solid as well. Losers, the San Antonio Spurs, just like the 2021 draft. Doug McDermott, a 3-year deal worth $42 million, in my opinion, settled for too little to put up the same amount of numbers as Duncan Robinson. McDermott actually shot 53% from the field last season, just 24 minutes a game, and looked like a legit sharpshooter who rounded out his game. Improved. Dougie McBuckets has a more complete all-around game than Robinson in my opinion. I was expecting 4 years around $70 million for the 29-year-old, while Zach Collins, who Portland didn't even want to bother to resign, a disappointment. 4-year tenure, played just 3 seasons, start of 2020, got hurt, played a little bit in the bubble, then got hurt again, wasn't available in the playoffs and all of this past season. San Antonio giving him 3 years, $22 million for a 6-4 guy who's banged up a lot with multiple surgeries. Not a good deal in my opinion. Big losers, the New Orleans Pelicans, an absolute travesty of a dumpster fire franchise. No wonder why there's reports Zion's unhappy there after Lonzo leaving, getting Thomas Adoransky and Garrett Temple with a 2nd rounder in return. What a joke of a team. Pretty much the Pels traded Anthony Davis for Brandon Ingram and a bag of chips. Pathetic. The recent mistakes, hiring Stan Woke Van Gundy, being unhappy, to JJ Redick begging to leave, David Griffin, a mess of a GM so far, the organization's time with Zion taking faster than ever. Losers, Bobby Portis' agent, giving him 2 years, $9 million. It's an absolute travesty. BP didn't sign a deal worth around 3 years, $30 million. Portis was a terrific energy guy for the playoffs, absolutely vital for the Bucks in the finals, especially in Game 6. And on the closeout, had some nice moments in the series versus Atlanta. He probably would have been gone if his team lost to Brooklyn, but proved his worth as a quality player. I was expecting a lot more money from him. He's still only 26 years old. Losers, the New York Knicks, giving Evan Fournier a massive 4-year, $78 million, an absolute travesty of a signing. This guy might have played great against Team USA, but didn't the franchise learn from signing another French guy in Frank Ntilikina? Fournier's not that good of a defensive player, doesn't fit in the culture, not a good match with Tibbs, had some empty stat seasons with the Magic, 16 games with Boston, averaged just 13 points, not going to get the Knicks over the hump. At this point, RJ Barrett's a better player in my opinion. One of the worst contracts in 2021 free agency, all that cap, no real assets gained. Why wouldn't the Knicks just want to wait for DeMar DeRozan or give at least Victor Oladipo 1-year deal to see where he's at? Another loser, Kobe White. The both signing Lonzo and Caruso, the two guards showed some improvements late last season, but how much more playing time does he get while expecting to make a leap? Stuck in the tough situation, might just have to suck it up. Another obvious losers, the Sacramento Kings. Nothing at all. The franchise pathetic. Still haven't traded Buddy Hield or Marvin Bagley. They lucky De'Aaron Fox hasn't heavily requested for a trade. No sense of urgency whatsoever. Losers, Golden State Warriors. Lost Ken Bazemore to the Lakers while LA looking to add more vets. Rob Pelinka came out swinging. Who has Bob Myers gotten on the phone with? With Clay coming back and Curry 33, the Lakers dominating Golden State in free agency, not trading their draft picks yet, whether or not they will. Very quiet first day. The team hasn't made any headlines the first 5 hours, besides Curry getting a nice extension soon. Daniel Tice getting a 4-year $36 million deal with Houston, a pretty good winner to me after a long journey. Norman Powell, 5 years $90 million for the Blazers, also a winner, but the Portland franchise on day one, a loser, not acting responsibly to have any reason to keep Dame happy, while Devontae Graham to the Pelicans, another loser situation for New Orleans. The move doesn't make sense. Graham doesn't help facilitate the ball, takes a lot of shots, too many score first players on that team. Loser, Cameron Payne's agent, 3 years $19 million and that's it. The way he's played this past postseason, no one would have been shocked to see Payne get a 3-year deal worth $40 million. And losers, Philadelphia 76ers, for still not trading Ben Simmons yet. The front office are losers for thinking he's worth 4 first-round picks plus another all-star caliber player. What are they smoking? The clock is ticking for that franchise. Another day longer Simmons on Philly. Another bad day for Sixer fans. Thank you so much for watching this video. What are some of your winners and losers of first day 2021 free agency? Let me know in the comments below. I love all of you. See you next time.